is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am coming at you with another interesting video. We are going to go over basically creating your first layout on MA3. I know it can be difficult making the switch from 2 to 3. It can be confusing. Things aren't where they used to be, and I'm going to hope to bring you guys some videos that can make that a little bit easier for you. So today all we have here is the basic screen. This is essentially what you'll see. They do have some preset stuff that will be in your slots over here, but I've gone and I've just cleared all of those out. I just deleted them out so we can start fresh on MA3, and I'm going to go through some of the windows and talk to you guys about those, what you might need in the beginning and what you might not need, and we will go from there. I'm going to assume that most people will be using either a laptop setup in the beginning, so we'll be using on PC, and hopefully this will make things a little bit easier for you guys. So basically we're coming into a fully blank setup. We have nothing in here so far. I did go ahead and patch fixtures in already. I didn't want to go over that in this video. I do have an MA3 patching video, so if you guys want to go check that out first and then come back to this one, or just stick around, everything in here will be helpful. But everything is patched in already, so what I like to do when I have a blank layout like this is the first thing I really want to see are my fixtures. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to go ahead and add in. So the first page I always like to create is a fixture page, so I can quickly go back, reference fixtures, grab stuff, and create groups and things of that nature. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to create a fixture list. So we're going to go to our window list here. You can do that simply by touching on the screen or clicking on the screen, and it will bring up our windows here. And the first thing we really need in here is going to just be our fixture sheet. In MA3, it's cool, they added a little bit of a change to the windows you have here. So you can see the first one is common windows, most commonly used. Sequences, phaser, which is the new editor, 3D viewer, DMX sheet, which is how you see your DMX list. So all of that is here. You have playbacks as well, which is your playback faders. Depending on how you're set up, you can set up your playback faders there. But we are just going to start with our fixture sheet for now. Alright, and we go ahead and click on fixture sheet, and that's going to bring us all of our fixtures that we have patched in, and we can now see our fixture numbers and our fixtures that we have gone through and patched in. And I am also on our fixture page going to add a page for groups. So I can do that by clicking and coming back to our window viewer, and we're going to go over to, where are we? We're going to go to data pools. Data pools will have all of our information like worlds, our groups, our layouts, our macros, programming, things of that nature. So we're just going to start with our groups here. And I've already made a couple just to make things a little quicker throughout the video, but I have now created groups. So I have my fixture list here where I can go through, I can select fixtures. If I want to select, fixture 101 through 110, I can now store this in my group section and quickly refer back to it when needed. So we're going to get that out of there. Once I have my first page set up, which is my groups, I like to go ahead and we can now store this simply by typing or selecting store, coming up here, and we are going to label this fixtures. Alright guys, so we have our first view, and that is our groups and our fixtures. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to clear this out simply by clicking delete window at the top. And what I like to do too as well, guys, is we go ahead and we store a blank page down at the bottom in 7, and we're going to label this exit. That way when we have a page selected, we can simply select exit and it'll clear it out. We're back to a blank empty page instead of having to go through and delete every time. It's just much quicker to add an exit button and we're in and out of the pages much more thoroughly that way. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out. I'm going to be creating these layouts as if this is a busking show file, or you have to run a show for the night and you need something quick and you have 2 hours to program it. This is simply what we're going for. This isn't going to be an elaborate time-coded layout view YouTube video. I might do one of those later down the road, but this will simply be for a quick setup and quick layouts that you're going to need to get started. So, fixtures, exit. What I like to do next, guys, is we're going to do a big one with everything that we're going to need to essentially run the show like we just talked about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by adding groups back in. Now, sometimes it's going to come out like this. If you have nothing in there, it's going to take up the whole screen. If you come down here to the bottom where we have these dotted lines, we can go ahead and we can just drag it back to where we want it. Boom, that's perfect. It looks better. Awesome. So what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in a positions. And our positions are all going to be under presets. So if we're talking about what the light's going to be doing and making a window for it, presets is going to have all that. It's going to have your dimmer, it's going to have your position, it's going to have your gobo, it's going to have your color, beam, focus, all of those things right here under presets. So I think I'm going to grab a dimmer first. We'll start there, and normally you don't have too many dimmers, so we'll just make this one row for now. Perfect. And if I wanted to make a dimmer, I could simply now go to all of my fixtures, hit them at full, go ahead and hit store, and now I have my first dimmer. So we'll get out of that. And now I can simply go through and turn lights on that I want to turn on this way by having my dimmer here. So stage left. We can simply go through and turn things on that way. Alright, next we are going to add some color. I don't have any color programmed in yet, guys, so we're just going to leave this about here. This is a blank show file. We're starting from scratch, so nothing's programmed yet. But if I'm creating a profile for easy workflow and a layout for it, this is where I'm going to start. So we have some color. Finally, we're going to do position. After we pick our color, we can pick what position we'd like it to be in. Maybe we make these ones a little bigger. I'm also going to want to add a layer for beam, a layer for my focuses, and then lastly we'll do gobos there. So we have everything now that we would need to program our lights, and that's what I like to start. One big layout with everything there. I can select through it fast and get stuff going in the programming. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to store this as well. We're going to hit the store button or type store, and we will store this in our section 2. And we will label this busking. So awesome. We have our first 2 pages now. We have our fixtures where we can go through, we can quick select our fixtures, see our fixture sheet, all of those things. And then we have busking. So once we start programming, we will be putting our cues and playbacks in all of these open areas here. So another page I like to make as well, which also makes my life easier, we're going to always add our groups. I like to just keep it the same throughout all of them. And then over here, I'm going to come over to our presets, and we're going to do one big one for color. And then I'm also going to add a color picker. So what I did there, guys, I went to all and I just typed in color, and our color picker came up. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to store this as our third layout, we're going to label it color. Fixtures, busking, color. And now guys, what we're going to do on this page is we can easily go through. With the color picker, we have a lot of options here. And I plan on doing a color picker video soon where I go deeper into this and we can talk about all of this. But it makes it much easier for me to view things on 3D and sit here and, you know, really dial in the color I'm looking for on color picker. And then when we save it here in color and refer back to busking, it will be there. So those pages will interact, things will store where you want them to. Now, if I store something on all the way down here on 109 and I go to color and I don't see it, I'm like, where is it? Well, 109 is not currently showing right now. You have to go down. Now, if I was to store this page right now, with it scrolled down like this, now next time you refer back, it will actually stay on these numbers. So depending on where you store the page at the time, they will actually transfer over and you can keep them there. So if you wanted to store multiple pages of color with multiple areas of all the numbers, you can do that by simply storing at the same time. So that's a cool feature. Now, those are basically the first three that I'm gonna have, guys, when I go into programming and make my life a little easier. My fourth one here, let's exit out. This would probably be, let's go back to common. Let's do our groups. Pull it back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add, also in common, phaser editor. And I'm going to store this. That's phaser. And from there, guys, this will be all of my effects editing. So I can simply switch to these things. I have everything I need here now. And if I need to edit effects quickly, I can do that. I can exit out. I still have 2 open slots. Normally those would be for some sort of sequence sheets or timecode slots or something of that nature. We're going to leave them open for now. This is really the basic start of what I'm looking for when I go in to start programming a show. So we have all our fixtures. We have all of our presets where everything is going to go when we start programming. We have a color picker to make color selection easier, and we have our phaser to begin editing our effects. So that's basically it, guys. That's an intro to the things that you might see when you first get into MA. If we open this up and we look through this a little bit more, everything that you're going to really be looking for is going to be under that presets tab. You're going to find a lot of the stuff like 3D and universes and the stuff that you're really going to need in common. They put it all there for you in the beginning. Data pools will have your, layouts and worlds and things of that nature where you store things. Presets. Pools is going to have all your imported storage like appearances and images and logos and stuff like that. Timecode slots. This is where universes is as well. You got your new scribble here, so if you'd like to draw things in, it's all just extras that you might not need when you first get into MA3. So tools, again, basic stuff to help you get there. They laid it out again in tools with stuff like specific sheets and 3D viewer and programming tools and things like that. More is your encoders and your playback and your faders, and all is where we can go ahead and search through things. So I really hope this made things easier for you guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you stayed till the end of the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. See you soon. Peace.